Hi, what's going on, guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. So I kind of want to do a video just doing a quick overview on my account. I haven't done like an actual overview on my account. There's been some videos I've posted about Honkai Star Rail, some shorts, and then stuff on my TikTok, and I've even streamed Honkai Star Rail. So kind of like been progressing my account pretty fast in my opinion, but that's also because I've been doing refills, not max refills every day, but I just do refills here and there whenever I get the chance. And I did want to do like an overview on my account. So currently on my account, if we go visit Pom Pom, I have redeemed all the rewards so far that I can up to level 54. I will be level 55 in like a couple days, give or take. I don't have fuel as a lot of people should have currently. I only have 3 because I feel like once you get to like 50, you should start reusing your fuel, in my opinion. You can use it before level 50 if you really want to, if you're really trying to get out some like extra XP, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would wait till like 50. You could wait till 40 if you really need to like start grinding out 5-star artifacts, but I didn't farm artifacts till I got to 50. But that's just for me, and that's just my personal opinion, but you guys take the game seriously depending on how you want to take it. um so yeah, currently I am level 54 on my account. If you guys want to add me, there's my UID. But yeah, equilibrium 4 at the moment, and I think I did upload a video regarding that as well. Currently my main team is Zila with Bronya, Tingyun, and Natasha. I have just been recording videos with Jing Yuan, so that's why my team's a little bit different right now. But if we go to our team setup, I just use those 2 teams right now, just because I've been testing out Jing Yuan, seeing if he's like my favorite character or not. But before Jing Yuan, obviously this would be my team. And we can go quickly look at the characters as well. I do have Zila's light cone, and I do have Bronya's light cone. I do have Tingyun's battle pass light cone, and then when it comes to Natasha, I do have her healing light cone. I don't have the 5-star light cone for like Bailu or anything like that. Don't know when I'll get that, who knows. But I did get Zila pretty quick. I got her like on my first 10 pull. Bronya, I was getting her on Zila's banner, but like when I was trying to go for Zila C1, I lost to 50-50, and I think I got Bronya. But I also do have C1 Zila, so I do have my first constellation. That's why for her kind of stats are like a bit iffy. I'm still working on stats, right? It's still, in my opinion, it's still kind of early in the game. It's only been like 17 or 18 days since I've been playing, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, depending on when you guys see this video. I do have her like on level up to 70. Upgraded her traces up to the point where I can at the moment. I can't take it further at the moment, so kind of just stuck right here. And relics, I do have the musketeer set that I just got from playing the game, and I didn't farm the musketeer set. I just got it literally from playing the game, and just been saving stuff. And I'm even using a blue relic on her just for the quantum damage boost, because I don't have a space set that gives quantum that's actually pretty good. So just at the moment, I'm just leaving that blue one on just for the quantum. And then I do have an ER rate one for the rope, but like I said, just using it for the energy recharge, even though the stats are kind of like not the best. But hey, these are like my artifacts. I'm gonna just quickly go through them. You guys can pause it if you want to, but this is just what I'm using on my Zila, and she still goes good in my opinion. But that's also because I'm using like some really good supports like Bronya, Tingyun, Natasha for hyper carry. But I mainly use these like 8 units at the moment. I don't really use any of the other characters I currently have, just because they're there hasn't been a reason for me to. Maybe down the line when there's a different unit and I kind of want to support them a bit differently, then of course I'm gonna start building up new units. But my main focus is just working on these 8 units because I want to start doing Forgotten Hall and being able to clear those. This is my Bronya currently, and if you don't know how Bronya works, I don't give her crit rate personally because I don't want to use her as like an attacker or anything like that. I just give her as much crit damage as I can, because if you pay attention to what she does, if you go to her ultimate, she increases the attack of all allies by 46% and increases the crit damage equal to 14% of crit Bronya's crit damage plus 17%. So if you think about it, the higher her crit damage is, the more crit damage she's giving to her allies. So just for that reasoning, I gave her crit damage stuff. Her talent's not really leveled up as much, but 5777. I'm still waiting on these. This is kind of like limited resources at the moment. You can only do this once or 3 times per week, and you have to choose if you either want this one or the other one from, I think, like that little dragon boss. So kind of have a give or take. I do have a purple set on it currently. Like I said, I'm not even heavily invested into Bronya, and literally I just farmed this out just to get the set bonus. Like, as you guys can see, attack crit damage, HP speed. This one I leveled up just so I can have more crit damage. Didn't really care about the substats too much. And this one I gave for speed, and then this one for the wind damage. It was just so she can have like some type of damage boost, right? And then energy recharge rate, which I got quite recently, which is really good because she does benefit from that a lot. A lot of characters benefit from energy recharge rate. Most characters you want energy recharge rate in the last slot, unless you're Tingyun. When it comes to Tingyun, I think it's kind of straightforward. I just have full attack stuff on her. As you guys can see, attack, crit damage, attack, substats, just full on attack. I haven't leveled it up crazy, so I haven't had like the resources to do so, but just, you guys can see, just straight up attack. I do need to level up some of the artifacts a little bit more just so she can be giving out more attack. But that's about it. Her speed, I do want to try to get that to at least 120 eventually, but not at the moment. But yeah, I have her light cone from the battle pass. If you have the battle pass and you have Tingyun, if you got it from the recent banner, I highly recommend that you get this one for her. It's honestly the best battle pass light cone in my opinion. You can go for the other ones if you want to use some type of other character, or you want to, like, you know, focus on a certain character. Definitely you can do that, but I think the first one you should redeem, because I feel like a lot of people have Tingyun by now, is definitely be getting the Harmony light cone for her. Her traces are 5777. Her relics, like I said, I already kind of went over it, and then I do have 2 copies in her from summoning for Jingyuan. And I forgot to say, Bronya don't have any copies. Now if we go to Natasha, I do have 6 copies in her. I use her over Bailu because of the reasoning of I have 6 copies. I know Bailu does give you the revive, but I like using Bailu on the Jingyuan team. In case Tingyun does die and I do have to use a revive, it does come in clutch. But that's just my opinion, right? So I do have a lot of HP in her, and she does scale on HP, and since I do have her 6 Eidolon, her basic attack additionally deals physical damage equal to 40% of her max HP. So you kind of do want to build her like a pseudo HP, and, you know, sure, you can give her some attack, but definitely she really needs a lot of HP. So that's why you guys can tell by my stats, don't really focus on crit rate, crit damage, but I did give her a lot of HP. And I do have her light cone that I got from summoning, I believe. Her traces are 6999, but that's also because I have copies in her, so that's why you can see it's 7 plus 2, but I haven't leveled up those traces yet. I did get this set from just, you do get a decent set just from talking to Pom Pom. I don't think people realize that, but if you talk to Pom Pom, he eventually does give you a decent set. Just for outgoing, he does the same thing for the night set. That's a really good just setup just to put on your character when you're first starting the game, and I feel like not many people realize that. So if you did keep that set, I would highly recommend putting the healing one on Natasha and putting the night set that you get on your main character if you do want to build your main character. But quickly go over the artifacts. We do have, you know, HP substats. On this one I haven't got a good HP one, but I just leveled it up just for the fact of it now, because I'm not going to farm her artifact set as much, because I do have a Bailu piece, but I want to leave that on Bailu because I do want to build up 2 healers eventually. So yes, I could technically move this to a Natasha if I'm using a Natasha more often, but in certain cases I've been using Bailu here and there, and I'm trying to work on her eventually. We have outgoing healing boost on here. No HP substat really, like a percentage one, but this one I got for free just literally from Pom Pom, and I didn't want to farm another one. I do have this one, but you guys can see, like, you know, how often are you going to get an outgoing one with HP substats, right? So at the time I did level this up, and it's still beneficial to me personally. As you guys can see right here, HP again, then HP and HP. So pretty straightforward. So that's like my main team right there, and it's been working fine for me, right? And we'll quickly go over everyone else. I don't want to go too far in depth because, you know, we'll be here for a minute. But Bailu, same thing. We'll quickly go over it. The healing set, you guys can quickly see. I don't have a good pair of boots, but I just left it on because it does give HP, and personally works out for me. I don't have a set bonus for her on the secondary slot, but the only reason I have both these on is these were already leveled up prior, and I didn't want these to go to waste. And I know having a set bonus is very beneficial, but for me currently I just have the set on her because both of these give HP and just so you can heal, right? But that's what I'm currently doing right now. Her light cone is just the cornucopia. Over time, you know, you'll get 5 copies. You can have S5 on it, and having S5 on this is really good just for the 24% outgoing. Obviously her light cone would be way beneficial, but I do not have it. I don't even have her upgraded as much, but whenever weekly reset comes by, I will be farming these to level up her talents. And you can be seeing like a little common thing between these next 2 characters, not excluding Jingyuan, because I kind of actually invested into him and I pre-farmed for him. But yeah, no copies of Bailu. Jingyuan, no copies. I kind of already went over Jingyuan in a previous video, but I'll go over him real quick. I do have 2.1k attack on him. I don't have his light cone. I tried gaining his light cone, but I don't think I'm a summon anymore for his light cone. I think I'm like 20 pity away from the light cone anyways, and it's not a guarantee, so I'd rather wait on that. So currently I'm just using the seriousness of breakfast, and I do have 4 copies of this, so it's a really good light cone. There's, you know, people do recommend some other ones as well. I've seen people recommend this one when it, you know, increases the person's attack and crit rate damage for 30% for 3 turns if they defeat an enemy, which is pretty good against certain boss fights. So they're all good in their own right. I just did the series of breakfast because it's easy to get. You really shouldn't have an issue getting this because it is a free-to-play light cone. You can get it from Forgotten Hall. Of course, I have his talents maxed out currently. And his artifacts I did go a little bit heavy in, and I did pre-farm for him, so I don't have like the best artifacts, right? I do have a lot of crit rate ones. As you guys can see, these have attack substats and crit rate, but you guys can see why like it kind of failed because you can see it's been going into, especially this one, a lot of it went to effective res, and I kind of just left it be. I won't be farming another set anytime soon because getting 3 substats that you want, it's kind of tough, and you know, try and be realistic, and just wanted to make a video for him, so that's why I'm using this set currently. And yeah, this one has crit damage. I did have a crit rate one, but since I got really good crit rate stats on substat wise on my other artifacts or the relics, so instead I switched my chest piece to crit damage so he can do more output. Yeah, the substats are kind of meh. A lot of my stats went into the flat HP, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. But if it went to attack and speed, he would have been super nice. And yeah. When it comes to boots, there's a lot of toss-ups on him. You can use attack or speed. I use speed because I got a really good piece right here. At speed, attack, crit rate, crit damage, and break effect. So for that reasoning is I'm just using this piece and call it there. I do have a lightning damage set on him for the boost, and then the rope. This is for his best in slot whenever you get the celestial differentiator, but I haven't got a good piece yet, and I don't use my power on planetary stuff, so I usually just wait till reset, and then, you know, I get free for ones that you can use every week, so I might as well just use it on that, and you know, it'll be cracked out. But I am using this because it has attack, crit rate, crit damage, effective res not so much, but I think it went into attack a little bit, so I kind of like was just like, okay, it's still a good piece for starting off. I'm not complaining, right? Yeah, that's my Jingyuan. My main character, I haven't really leveled up personally. Like, he is 60 out of 70. I haven't leveled up his light cone. I chose this light cone because I didn't need the hunt light cone. because I already have Zila's light cone. So, and there is no erudition light cone. So for that reasoning is I just chose the preservation one so I can use it on the main character. And it's just up to you what you want to redeem for your first one, but eventually you're going to get all of them. So me personally, I chose the one for the main character. Haven't leveled them up again, just because of the fact that you have to get these. And I wanted to save mine for Jing Yuan, so that's why you can see him, you know, all of his traces are good to go. Relics is just a knight set. I don't have his secondary set. We'll quickly go over this. I haven't invested crazy into him, but as you can see, it's a lot of defense stuff. I'm not using the planetary set bonus either. Reason being is I just haven't got any defense ones that were really good for its set bonus. So for that reasoning is I don't mind missing out on a set bonus if that means I can have more defense for my main character. And it's not like they're gonna go to waste. You can always just reinvest that. So that's just my opinion. Also, main character, you can farm these Eidolon, so definitely I would do that. You can get it to E5 pretty easily, so definitely highly recommend. Japard, do use this light cone. Have leveled up his light cone personally. His traces are kind of a little bit low. He does have an okay relic set, but I think I divided up his relic set between him and the main character, so I can use them on opposite teams. I do have 2 Eidolons in him, and that's just from losing. That's just from summoning on the regular banner. So yeah, that kind of happened. It's not intentional in any sort of way, but he's still pretty good, even though he has like an okay artifact set. He still has 1.7k defense, so he's still putting out some good shields. We'll quickly go through the other characters. I have Yang Jing. I leveled him up prior to Jing Yuan because I needed some type of hitter. I took off all of his stuff. Like there is some stuff on here like that's like remaining on here, but he's kind of like bench. Same thing as Pela. I did try using Pela for a little bit because I do have her E6, but you know, I just benched her for now. Asta, I do have another copy of this. I didn't want to superimpose the 2 that I had. I don't think I would recommend that for anybody. It's useful if you're ever going to make 2 separate teams. But if you are like a heavy whale or whatever you want to call it, and you want to S5 all your 5-star weapons from banners, you can do that, but I like saving them just so I can put them on separate characters. I did the same thing in Genshin, and I'm gonna do the same thing in this game, just for that reasoning. Obviously I haven't leveled up her traces. Do have 2 copies. I have Himiko. The rest of these characters I'm just gonna quickly show because I don't have any light cones or traces upgraded. March 7th I have E4, Donheng E3, Curtis already E6, Shusang only 3. We do have Welt, no copies though. Sampo, 2 copies. I don't know how to say their name, but I do have 3 copies in here. Serval I have 1. Hook I have E6, and Arlen I have E1. So that's when it comes down to characters. Now if we quickly go to the data bank, you can see what I'm missing. Missing 1 character, and if you figured it out, I am missing Clara. And I don't know if I use Clara. I see a lot of people talk about Clara, but personally I think I'm gonna use Shusang over Clara, but that's just, you know, my opinion, right? But I can, you know, definitely I can see why people are using Clara, and Clara is busted, don't get me wrong, just I don't seem like it will be useful for me. What else can we show off real quick? Light cones. Yeah, these are all the light cones I've unlocked. Most of the ones I'm missing are 5 stars, and that's about it. Some of these you'll get just from playing the game, like the destruction one from here, and the hunt one you can just get from Simulated Universe. And these I haven't got from summoning at all. And some of these are locked behind the battle pass, so eventually, you know, over time I'll unlock these. And kind of straightforward for that. Now if we look at my I guess inventory, I do have a decent amount of inventory stuff just from doing Simulated Universe, and I'm down bad on books because yeah, you have to level up characters. You need to pre-farm characters in this game like heavy, so you know I go through books like nothing once you get to like level 50, which is I'll probably save for like a separate video. these are the light cones I currently have. You can see that I only invest into ones that I'm gonna be using. You know, and if for some reason I do get Jing Yuan's light cone, this will probably be benched for like a long time. I didn't want to take it to 70 for that specific reason, and you know, it's just personal opinion or personal preference, I mean. And you know, I do have copies and stuff, but the thing is, I wish this game had like a thing where you can separate it by type. It would be easier for me to like see which ones I can superimpose, because if I have this one that's in All Seriousness and Breakfast and I sort it by rarity, it's not gonna sort it by All Seriousness Breakfast 4 and then the one next to it. I wish it did that so it's easier to just see what I can like combine together. Hopefully they add that like as a quality life change. I think Genshin has that, could be wrong, but I know there's a game that I play that has that type of feature. Here we have all the artifacts. Nothing crazy. Most of the stuff I just been saving. I'll eventually like salvage some of this and just create artifacts if I wanted to, but not at the moment. These are some materials that you just get from killing enemies, I'm pretty sure. I try to craft one of every consumable that I currently own, just to have. I did the same thing in Genshin, it's just something I do. Here's some stuff for missions, and then this is all my current resources that I have that I haven't used. So I do have a lot of this. I did have way more, but you know, I'm kind of down bad and used a lot of it on credit just so I can level up my characters. I do have 464 Starlight if I wanted to use them on the exchange, but I've already exchanged this, so if I do exchange one, I'll probably exchange the Abundance one just for Bailu. I wouldn't recommend using them on passes. Save them for like character copies or a certain light cone, because that's kind of nice. Ember Exchange, I didn't kind of use it on a lot of resources. I didn't use it on this stuff. That's up to you if you want to, but you can get these really easy. And even if I wanted to use it, it's like 160 of these. But I personally wouldn't do it just because they're super easy to farm. I did these because, you know, to level up characters, etc. And this is really good for traces, so I definitely highly recommend. And then this resets every month, so that's something I would do. Did buy these for fuel so I can progress further, and I did buy some books because I needed to level up characters. And I have bought every single one of these except the dollar one, and I'm just leave it like that. That's just personal preference. And I do have the express pass. That's just something I bought personally. I think the last thing we can go over is the battle pass. I feel like most people should be done with the battle pass by now. I finished it like a couple days ago, so you do get a lot of rewards from it, and I did buy the one that gives you 20 tiers just to have the profile picture for Well and Himiko. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. They do like do that just so you can, you know, purchase it. I think that's it for my account showcase. I mean, other than that, when it comes to like the map, I have all the chests already unlocked, so that's not really something I will like eventually like say in a way. But up to now, like in the third area, I do have everything unlocked when it comes to chests and everything. So everything's unlocked, and yeah, it's just kind of just a farming simulator at the moment. And that's kind of just the state of the game for me currently. So yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to see on my account or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to add me, you're more than welcome to. Eventually they'll add like a chat feature in 1.1, so definitely be on the lookout for that, and then people can start like messaging each other. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if it's like a long video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.